Hello everyone! The purpose of this screencast is to take you through the writing process of a summary. If you recall, our performance task at the end of the article Fears and Phobias asks us to write a summary. So that's the process that I'm going to take you through today. And again, this was explained to us on page 48 of our textbook. When I write my summary today, I'm going to be using assignment 7.2, my main idea organizer that we used last week, and I'm also going to be using my textbook as well to help me write my summary. Remember, a summary, as it tells us in our performance task, is a brief retelling of a text in our own words. And we should only cover the main ideas and the most important details, and our summary should be no more than 1/3 the length of the original text. Also, remember, a good summary contains a topic sentence that lists the title, the author, and text type. It also, again, identifies those main ideas and supporting or key details that support the main idea. And remember, it does not include your opinion of the text. So to start off, I'm going to take a look back at the performance task. And I'm going to take a look at the bullet points here. So review the article to identify the main ideas. Introduce the summary by writing a topic sentence that explains the main purpose of the article. So this is how I'm going to start out my summary, by introducing it with a topic sentence. Well, last week we wrote topic sentences as a part of our bell work, and the topic sentence that I wrote, again, was here on the bell work as an example. The article Fears and Phobias by Kids Health describes the fears and phobias that people have and how they might be overcome. So that topic sentence is going to be my first sentence of my summary. The article Fears and Phobias by Kids Health describes the fears, phobias that people have, how they might be overcome. So remember, a good topic sentence tells the reader the text type, the title, the author. It uses a strong verb, and then remember, you're finishing your thought. So let's take a look back at that writing task. So I've introduced the summary by writing a topic sentence. I have that here. Tell what a fear is, what a phobia is, and how they are different. Cite evidence from the text. So this is going to be my body of my paragraph for my summary. So I'm going to take a look back at assignment 7.2. So tell what a fear is and what a phobia is and how they're different. So our first four main ideas pretty much describe fears. And our first main idea describes the definition of what a fear is. So that's how I'm going to continue my summary. So I might begin with something like, with a transition, like one of the main ideas in the article explains what the definition of a fear is. Or, let me see how I can reword this, because that sounds kind of funny. One of the main ideas in the article explains what the definition is of fear. Okay, then I'm going to take a look at my supporting details here. So fear is a basic human emotion. Fear helps to protect us, and fear can be mild, medium, or intense. Okay, so I'm going to use those supporting details in my summary. Let me think of how I can word that. I might write, so one of the main ideas in the article explains what the definition is of fear. Okay, so I might use another transition. According to the article, and I'm going to use that exact quote, and that was on line 6, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to use this exact quote here. So according to the article, fear is one of the most basic human emotions. And that was line 6. So remember, we need to cite our evidence from the text, and we can just again do that by placing that line number inside of parentheses. Okay, what else did I have on my guide? Fear helps to protect us, and fear can be mild, medium, or intense. Okay, so fear is one of the most basic human emotions, so it can also, I'm going to be more specific. Instead of it, I'm going to change that to fear. Can be helpful, actually fear can be helpful in that it protects us. Actually, I think I might change this to fear can be helpful because it protects us and it has levels of mild, medium, and intense, just like hot sauce, remember? And that was on lines 11 and 13. I'll actually just take and out. Put a hyphen there. So fear can be helpful because it protects us and it has levels of mild, medium, and intense. So now I'm going to continue on with defining fear. So in our next column, how does fear work? So another main idea describes how fear works. So that's how I'm going to introduce this next main idea. Fear is triggered by something startling or unexpected. I remember this word trigger was used in our article. And remember, with our summaries, we're using our own words to write our summaries. So triggered. I wonder if I can think of another word to use instead of triggered, just so I can put this into my own words. I'm going to go on to Merriam-Webster dictionary. I'm going to see if I can find a synonym for trigger. cause to function. Synonyms: drive, move, run, set off, spark, start. Spark. What about spark? I like that word. So fears can be sparked by an event that is surprising, okay, or unexpected. And again, we need to cite where we got that information from. So lines 31 through 32. And another thing, supporting detail that we wrote is people enter a fight or flight mode. So continue with that. Okay, and I'm going to think of a new way to incorporate the lines that I'm citing. So instead of just putting it at the end, I might add in the line numbers and cite them at the beginning of my sentence. So in addition, lines 26 through 28 describe that when fears are sparked, people enter a fight or flight mode. I want to describe that a little bit for our reader in my own words. So this is where people must decide to, let me think, how can I word this? So this is where people must decide to defend themselves against danger, and that's fight, or run away from the danger, and that will be flight. Okay, and see, I don't need to add the line numbers at the end there because I've already cited that at the beginning of the previous sentence here, where I started my summary of what fight and flight means. I'm going to pause our recording here to skip ahead to my conclusion, but you can continue as you're writing your own summary with citing lines as I've done in the previous sentences of the body of my paragraph. So I'm going to keep writing, but I'm going to pause here, and then I'll show you how I write my conclusion. Okay, so I've continued typing, and I just want to bring you back to our writing task. Remember, we need to tell what a fear is and what a phobia is, and how they're different. So just something that I added in my body of my paragraph, again, is how a phobia and a fear are different. So I wrote, furthermore, the article focuses on the main idea of phobias. A phobia is different than a fear because it is an intense fear reaction to a particular thing or situation. And people who have phobias are so afraid of the fear that they might stay away from places where they could encounter their fear. So again, we need to make sure that we are completing what we're being asked to do in our writing task.